Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for making the time in joining the webinar from IronOCR. This is Shadman and Jim, welcoming you to today's session. And today we'll be going through one of the most dramatic and also groundbreaking changes, performance improvements related that we introduced in our IronOCR software. So in IronOCR, what we do is, in a nutshell, we actually provide a software library for reading images and PDFs and extracting textual data from there. And in the latest version that we released in September, we made some huge improvements regarding image processing that has impacted the performance related to memory and CPU. And we would like to go in details on that in today's session. So without further ado, let's go into the agenda. Okay, so at first in today's webinar, we'll go through the performance breakthroughs that we have introduced in IronOCR 2025.9. As I said, that it's mostly related to memory management and also processing time and CPU processing. And afterwards, after going through the performance breakthroughs, we'll also see a live demonstration. Jim will go through that to let you know like how the whole enhancement and the improvement has worked and impacted. So we'll be showing a live demo with TIFF files. Then we'll also show a comparison with the memory and processing time from the older version to the newest version. And also we'll dive deep with some of the real world use cases and the impact it can have in your day-to-day business. And finally, we'll have a Q&A session where you can ask any questions to us. So we'll be happy to help you out. So let's move into it. Okay, so as I denoted before that in the latest version, in the 2025.9 version of IronOCR, we made some breakthrough changes that has actually impacted a lot of areas. But if I want to summarize all of the stuff, so here are the three areas that we have actually denoted as a highlights. So the first thing is like currently when you are actually processing images, as in loading images and then extracting data from there, now we have introduced some changes that has led up to 98% memory reduction for processing TIFF images. And this is also impacting other image files as well. The next improvement that we have done is related to document loading speed. So now we can guarantee that it has reached up to 68% faster document loading with 3 times more throughput improvement. And finally, we have also improved our garbage collection process. That's why it has led up to 20 to 50% reduction in garbage collection pressure across all of the generations of .NET. So moving on to the next slide. What does this performance breakthroughs impact the business? How does it lead up to business optimization? So the most biggest change is, of course, in the infrastructure cost. Like I said, that since we are saving up both memory and processing time, that leads up to 80% infrastructure cost reduction for enterprise customers. It also helps to process 8 times more documents with the existing hardware. And finally, we are estimating that in terms of dollar values, it will help to make around $27,000 annual savings per enterprise deployment. So this is actually a very, very huge and optimized change that we are actually guaranteeing with the newest version of IronOCR. So moving on to the next slide. Yep. So like I said before that in today's demonstration, we will be showing a demo with TIFF files, like how IronOCR processes or loads the TIFF files much more faster than before compared to the previous versions. But why did you choose TIFF files? So let's get into the definition of it first. So TIFF files are a type of image file that's widely used for storing high quality graphics, photos and scanned documents. And one of the novelties of TIFF files is that it can process multiple images or multiple pages in one single file, and it has the lossless compression quality involved into it. That means there is no sacrifice of quality, making them ideal for long-term storage and compliance. And as you can understand from the definition, This results in high memory consumption whenever a OCR engine is trying to process a TIFF file, because the memory usage becomes a lot higher. And the traditional OCR engines, they process TIFF files much more slowly than the other ones. And that's where Iron OCR has made a lot of improvements in the latest version. And here in the following part of the webinar, we'll be showing a live demonstration where we'll go through the memory enhancements, the performance enhancements, and also the comparison with the previous version and the new version. So now I'll be handing over to Jim to go through a demonstration and also explain the details.
So here is our real-world example of the improvements that have been made. I'm going to run this code in both 2025.7 version and the 2025.9 version where the improvements have been made. We'll be loading a 10-page TIFF file and reading that TIFF file and then tracking the memory as we go, so tracking the performance as we go. There's only 4 lines of code that you need to see from IronOCR point of view, and that's just loading the object, loading the input object, loading the image, and then reading the image here. So even though we've been able to add these improvements, we've made no compromises to the level of simplicity and abstraction that we have in our code base. So I'm going to run this code now, and we'll be able to see the output. And we have the results. Okay, now the next steps will be to upgrade the version of IronOCR that we're using. So I go to NuGet and update to 2025.9. And rebuild the application and run. Now we run the new version of the test. Okay, so as you can see from the demonstration, we were able to reduce the memory overhead in the newer version by up to 6 times, an 85% reduction and a 30% increase in processing time. This is quite significant given that this was in the real world. This was not with some smart configurations or massive documents. This was a very usual case that this could be used for, and these improvements were still very significant. The real world impact of these figures in the screen are that the number of concurrent documents that can be processed in this way is increased by 49 times, which is a huge amount for any business and can lead to real world cost savings. Okay, so how have we done this? Instead of processing a page once, the entire document at once, we process each page separately. They're loaded, processed, and released independently. This is a much more efficient way to manage memory. We also have reusable memory buffers to eliminate the allocation overhead, and the garbage collection has been improved to give us proactive memory releases and prevent accumulation. Gavin, would you like to go through some real-world applications?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Jim, for the demonstration. It was very helpful. And I think we've also dived deep into the architectural improvements that we have done. So I think I would definitely ask all of you going through the webinar today or later onwards. So to do a trial of the IronOCR product, just grab a hold of it. You can do a trial for free and see the benefits for yourself. So how does this changes impact the real world use cases? So we have put in some industry specific use cases because we have customers who are from different industries using the Iron OCR software on a day-to-day basis. So for example, for law firms, this change of Iron OCR means now they can process 200 court documents and they can complete it without any interruption. For medical practices, patient record digitization becomes much more easier, because if there is a hospital or healthcare practice that has like hundreds or thousands of patient data to digitize very fast, so they can do it continuously without running into any memory errors. For insurance companies, this means that claim processing throughput could increase up to 50 times on existing hardware. And for government agencies, any public records archival, you can scale that processing from hundreds to thousands of documents on a daily basis. That means making your day-to-day work much more efficient and faster and effective than before. So that was all from our side regarding all of the details regarding IronOCR's latest improvement and how it impacts the day-to-day life of many of our customers, and how we can also use it to enhance your workflows in your day-to-day business. So I would like to open the floor for questions now. So now, if you have any questions regarding technical or business related on IronOCR, we are here for a few minutes to answer your questions. So yeah, over to the audience now. Okay, so the first question, I think Jim, you might be interested in this. The question is, does the image optimization strategy only impact TIFF files?
No, the loading of the images has been improved across the method that we use to load images. And that applies to JPEG, PNG files, GIF files, as well as TIFF files. The improvements are most dramatic when we use TIFF files due to their size, but even in more efficient image formats, the improvements are still quite significant.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Jim, for the answer. There's another question. I think it's related to what's the accuracy rate comparison between the old and new versions, and does the speed improvement impact OCR accuracy? So yeah, this is an interesting question because we already have a lot of existing customers using our IronOCR software. So I think this message is also for them, that I'd like to say that the new improvements that we have done in terms of memory and processing speed, this does not impact the accuracy at all. Because what we have done is, if you see the architectural improvements that we did, it was all related to how we are loading the images and how we are managing the memory inside. So it is completely separate from how the OCR reading is being done or OCR scan is being done. So that's why we can say that in the newest version, you are not only getting up to 95 to 99% accuracy, but also all of the improvements regarding performance like memory and faster processing speed. Another thing that actually customers could also think of is whether these improvements actually impact the image quality or not, input image quality. If we summarize everything together, that means that this optimization strategy, it impacts all of the image files, it doesn't impact accuracy, and also doesn't impact the image quality. So yeah, I think we're done for all of the questions. So from our side, I would like to encourage all of you to sign up for a free trial for IronOCR, because using our free trial, you can just sign up for a free trial from our website, and by that you can actually test out IronOCR not only in your development machine but also in staging and production servers, so you can test out all of the capabilities on your own. And not only that, we also have a comprehensive support system, so whenever you're going through the trial, you have a lot of options to go through. So Jim, would you like to highlight that a little bit?
Yeah, so when you're using a trial, you have full access to our 24/5 live chat support, as well as being able to book live demos with me or Shabman or someone else in the team to discuss your individual use case and let us show you through some of our other prototypes and other products that we have to offer.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jim. So we actually have an exciting announcement for all of you. So we are actually announcing a promo code to help you support the development of IronOCR. So if you are looking to use IronOCR for commercial purpose, we are actually giving out a 15% discount on our IronOCR Unlimited license that is valid for the first 10 users and valid until 30th October. So the promo code you can see here is 98 memory. So whenever you are purchasing the license, you can just use this coupon code and that discount will be applicable. So yeah, that's all from our side. We're really excited for this release, and we really would be more happy if you try out this product and give feedback from your side whether this IronOCR software, the new release, has helped you to improve your workflows, improved your day-to-day business. So till then, stay connected with Iron Software, and yeah, we look forward to getting in touch with you once again regarding another session or another webinar. So bye for now.